Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. Today we'll be having a look at Rivian. Rivian offered incentive by the UK government to build a UK factory. The UK government has offered an American electric car manufacturer, Rivian, to secure a bid at 1 billion car factory in Somerset. Rivian, the American truck and SUV manufacturer, has been offered incentive by the UK government to build a 1 billion vehicle production facility in Somerset, according to the Financial Times. The 635-acre site could be used for battery production, car assembly, or both if the plans are to go ahead. The deal would likely include financial support from the UK taxpayers, with the investment expected to be worth more than 1 billion. Now, according to the FT, Rivian is also considering proposal from at least 2 European countries. Amazon is involved in talks because Rivian has partnered with the brand to produce 100,000 electric vehicles by 2030. The peaks include a new exit off the M5 motorway for easy access to the plant, the recommissioning of a railway link in the area, and numerous training facilities. The plant will be Rivian's first manufacturing facility outside the US and will give the firm the foothold it needs to easily access both the UK and EU market. Setting up in the UK would also give the automotive industry another shot in arm following Nissan's that it will build its Leaf replacement in Sutherland and the recent Stellantis restructure that secures the future of Lemaire Port. So Rivian is expecting to start delivering the R1T electric pickup truck in January 2022, beating the likes of Tesla Cybertruck and the Ford F-150 Lightning to the punch. It will be joined by a 7-seat SUV called the R1S, which will be rival to the Tesla Model X. Price for the pickup starts from $67,500 around £48,000, or for which buyers get a 4-door. So this is actually really interesting because a Rivian UK Gigafactory would be fantastic for Europe and for the UK. But Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, is involved with talks with the US car giant amid the 1 billion Somerset Gigafactory plan. Now, urgent discussions are ongoing at the highest level in the government as ministers attempt to secure a deal to build a gigantic $1 billion electric car factory in Somerset for Rivian. Initially, I heard rumors about this site that could possibly be for a Tesla Gigafactory, but it seems like they're now approaching Rivian with that proposal because Tesla did not seem so adamant in building a factory in the UK. Instead, they chose Germany. The proposal Gigafactory would be the largest single building in the UK if it is built, and the deal would be the most significant car deal in the UK since 1980s. A source close the discussion previously told Somerset Live, creating up to 40,000 new direct and indirect jobs. However, it is understood that the US car manufacturer, backed by the hugely international firm like Amazon and Ford, is also considering 2 other sites within the EU, which is absolutely amazing that the UK has competition. There are other countries that are interested in Rivian building an electric gigafactory in their country, such as the Netherlands. They made a case for the European rival factory. So rumors about the European plant of the US electric car manufacturer Rivian has been circulating for some time, while a production plant near Bristol in England was previously considered for favor. The Dutch Minister of Economic Affairs have now confirmed the talks are being held with Rivian about a very specific location in the UK. The Dutch Minister of Economic Affairs have now confirmed that talks are being held with Rivian about a very specific location in the country. This is said to be the VDL Nedcar production plant. Rivian could not only produce its electric vehicles there, but also take over the VDL Nedcar completely. The contract manufacturer currently builds several series for BMW groups, such as its BMW X1 and 3 Mini derivatives. However, it is already known that the contract for the Mini Countryman and the X1 will not be renewed and will therefore expire in 2023. As is known, both series are to be built together in the future of BMW plant in Leipzig, including the BEV version. Now, the owner of the plant, the VDL So obviously this is exciting news for everyone, including everyone who's excited for Rivian. Also people in Europe, in the UK and in the Netherlands got to be excited too, because this could bring a possible factory to the UK, or it could bring a factory to the Netherlands or another EU country. Although let me note, the UK is not a EU country anymore. But this is a picture to give us an idea of where the plants could be located in terms of landmass, and the M5 is just off there. So it's actually perfectly aligned with the highway, with the motorway. And it's perfectly aligned with the railway as well. Not to mention, Somerset is actually a great place for a car manufacturer because it gives you so much access to so many areas. Now, my personal opinion, I really hope the UK can get Rivian to build a factory in the UK. I think it would be fantastic, especially because I live in Bristol. I live in Somerset in the UK. So that would be awesome, because I actually heard rumors that Tesla could build a factory in Somerset, but it seems like Tesla was not interested. But an EV manufacturer such as Rivian, I would still be quite excited, because Rivian is a serious competitor in the EV electrical vehicle space. Not to mention, Rivian will be getting so much help from the UK government to not just build this factory, but to be successful 100%. It's like guaranteed to succeed. With that kind of help from the UK government, it's a can't break deal. The UK is obviously one of the strongest growing economy within Europe, within the world. So it's most likely that Rivian will most likely choose England. But on the other hand, I can seriously see Rivian considering another country such as Netherlands or Germany or France. And that's mostly because the UK is a little bit closed off. It's on its own island, while France, Germany, they're all on the same land. So to transport vehicles from different countries is really easy. But if you build them in the UK, it's more expensive to get them to France, to Germany, to the Netherlands, to Spain, to Portugal, to Italy. It's more expensive to get them there because you have to cross the France and British Channel. And there is a train that can get you across underwater, but like I said, this is still more expensive. It's much easier if you build a factory in another European country and transport those cars around. It would just work much more cheaper. Yes, there'll be people ordering Rivian vehicles in the UK, but it would be cheaper for Rivian to ship less vehicles to the UK to sell than to ship more vehicles to the rest of Europe. It would just work out a lot cheaper for Rivian. And I think that's one of the major reasons why Tesla chose to go with Germany, because Germany gives you access to almost every other European country. You're all on the same land, and it's still super close to the UK. So Tesla can still sell to the UK and minimize that cost by a lot, simply because they'll be shipping less cars to the UK than if they build in the UK, they'll be shipping more cars to the rest of Europe. If you do not understand what I mean, allow me to explain. If Rivian builds their factory in Netherlands, this gives them access to Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Germany, Poland, Hungary, Austria, Spain, Portugal, and all they have to do is transport these vehicles on trucks, on road. They're all on the same landmass. It gives them access to Denmark. It gives them access to Norway, Sweden, Finland. Well, they would have to transport a lot of cars to the rest of Europe, which will cost them a lot of money because they would have to do this by the English Channel. Now, in additional news, Rivian will start selling electric vans to non-Amazon companies in 2023. This is huge, and I'm super excited. Rivian says it will start taking orders for its electric vans in 2022 and will deliver them to fleet customers in early 2023, calling into question the status of the Amazon exclusive right to the vehicle. Now, the EV startup known as Rivian, which has already gone public, and Rivian went public around 80-90 billion, and right now as we speak they're over 100 billion in value actually. So that's crazy to think about. So right now the price per share for Rivian, $115 US, and the value, market cap, $102 billion. So selling electric delivery vans to commercial fleet customers other than Amazon could help Rivian make a lot more money in the near term and long term as well, as the market for these vehicles is still wide open and it's huge. The market is huge. There's a huge market so many companies are trying to get their hands on electric vehicles for delivery because it just works out cheaper for those companies. But the startup runs the risk of biting off more than it can chew. Rivian's ability to make vehicles at scale is unproven. And as for right now, Rivian is still not delivering vehicles. They've rolling vehicles off the assembly line, but they've not been delivered. As far as I know, they're not in the hands of customers because it hasn't been announced on Rivian Twitter or blog post or video or anything. So once again, it's quite interesting because Amazon owns like 20% of Rivian, and they also placed a huge order of delivery vehicles, vans, from Rivian. So it's quite interesting how that partnership is going to work out, how it's going to work out in the end, if it's going to continue to be a prosperous partnership. But at the end of the day, Rivian has to do what's best for the company, which is selling as much vehicles to as many different companies as possible, not just Amazon. But it's one thing I can say, I do like the way how Rivian tends to market their company. They're doing an absolutely amazing job. And if you check out their social media, such as their Twitter, they're driving these vehicles all over the country and promoting them while they're doing this. It's quite genius. It's simple, genius, and it's easily done. But I do like the Rivian vehicles, and I have heard great things about the Rivian vehicles, their drivability, the way how they function. The only negative I've heard about the Rivian vehicles is that the operating system on the computer screens are a little bit slow and laggy. And honestly, I'm not surprised because they're new. They're new at doing this. They've never developed software in their entire company history. This is something completely new for them to do. And they've hired a lot of Tesla engineers to help them achieve this goal. So no, I'm not surprised that they're having problems with their software, but these problems will quickly be fixed over the coming months and years to come. These problems will slowly, gradually get better, and their operating system will get better as well. They are indeed a serious competitor for Tesla long term, but however, short term, they're nowhere near Tesla. Not even close. They still got a long way to go to compete with Tesla. But it's one thing that they're doing that Tesla hasn't done yet, and that's release a pickup truck. Tesla has not delivered on their Cybertruck as of yet, and Rivian is beating them to the punch. Rivian is also beating Ford to the punch. This is huge. And a lot of people will say the company is overvalued, and I'll agree the company is overvalued. But when Amazon owns 20% of this company, and this company is backed by Ford, it's backed by many other huge investors, of course it's going to be undervalued. Because a lot of the people who invest in this company, they don't intend on selling anytime soon. They're investing for the long term, and they know a company like this will most likely be quite successful. Now as for the shares are actually going quite well. Since initial offering, it actually went up to $172. That was incredible. I think the value at that point was above 150 billion. I think it was incredible. And not to mention, Elon Musk has been speaking out about the Biden's EV tax credit. This is actually really interesting. Speaking to the Journal's CEO Council Summit, Musk said he hopes that the bill doesn't pass, adding that he would just can this old bill. The billionaire said the government should get rid of all subsidiaries, and it should get out of the way and not impede progress. The 1.8 trillion social spending and climate bill passed by the House offers consumers a tax credit of as much as $12,500 for buying an electric vehicle built by union workers in the US. Under the proposed law, EVs made in a non-union factory like Tesla would qualify for much smaller tax credit. So this would essentially be giving other EV manufacturers a huge advantage because they're basically partnered with the government. A huge advantage, I tell you. It would be quite unfair in Tesla's position. They've done so much for the American economy, and yet the American government, the American president, they just don't care about Tesla. They act as if Tesla does not even exist. And me personally, I think it's because these government's bodies and the president himself, I think it's just because they are hypocritical against Tesla. None of them believed in Tesla. And now Tesla is worth $1.1 trillion. Oh, they're really pissed because they missed out on a great opportunity And Elon just keeps on proving people wrong, and people do not like to be proven wrong. So the US government is doing everything they can to screw Tesla. Musk, worth $264 billion, also dismissed the bill's proposal of $7.5 billion spending on expanding America's network of EV charging stations, calling it unnecessary. The legislation is yet to be passed in the Senate. So this is quite interesting. If this bill gets passed, it's going to be incredible. It's going to send an impact. But I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I hope you've all learned something new. I'm always keeping an eye out for EVs such as Rivian and Tesla, finding out what they're doing as a company and how they plan to evolve into the future. So if you've enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, leave a like, share this video, leave a comment. If I missed anything in this video, leave a comment and let's have a discussion. Join our Discord, the link is in the description below, and I will see you in my next video on Rivian. Thank you for watching.